I'm greeting you with the most important prayer in Islam, which is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Firstly, I want to take a moment to thank Almighty Allah, the only science, for sparing our life and this day. Today we organize this very important program titled the National Youth Conference, based on the Sokoto Youth Conference to build for the consensus for the upcoming National Conference 2025. I want to use this media to extend our appreciation to the Ministry of Youth and Sport under the distinguished leadership of our able and amiable Commissioner of Youth and Sport, in person of Honorable Engineer Mustapha Mohammed, his permanent our able and amiable Director Youth for their contributions enormously and little towards the progress of this very important event. I will also use this media to appreciate my members of the National Youth Conference, Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Nigerian Youth Parliament, and others invited guests for their commitment, sacrifice towards the affairs of this program. Lastly, I use this media to thank all those who get here happy to discuss with us. And those that didn't have the time to come here, I also use this media to thank them for their prayers, Thank you very much. I have said it all. I remain Comrade Isah Abdullahi in our national.
My fellow young people, assalamu alaikum. One of the major reasons of having gatherings like this is to see how we can harness the youth resource we have in Sokoto State and Nigeria at large. Now, this is one of the issues I think I should not be today here. Before I say anything, I think one of the most important things we must understand about our youth, particularly in this part of the country, is, Honorable Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, is what we know, is this issue of seriousness to matters that affect young people. Whenever we gather young people to discuss issues that affect them, the attention is not always there. Therefore, they cannot give the right contributions that they are supposed to give. I think you can see from what is going on here, sometimes when we gather young people to discuss our future, we have so many distractions with people just coming in and going out without necessarily paying attention to what we are here for. And this is why the only thing we are good at as young people in Nigeria is lamenting. We lament on our problems, but whenever an avenue is provided for us to sit and discuss these issues, don't pay attention, don't give the kind of contribution we're supposed to give. As far as Nigeria is concerned and the future of this country is concerned, gatherings like this are critical. We gather here to give our own contributions and take our own stand as the youth of Sokoto State and Northern Nigeria particularly on issues of politics, economy and governance. Which is why it is very important for us to pay attention to what we are going to discuss here today. Give our contributions, and let's be honest in giving these contributions. Today's gathering is one of a series of events that will take place in this country to reshape the future of Nigerian youth. We are going to have some heart-to-heart conversations. We are going to have also plenary sessions where some of the key issues affecting the growth and development of Nigerian youth will be discussed. So please, I urge all of us to respect this gathering, give our honest contributions, and most importantly, as young people, we should keep our politics aside and face these problems head on. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Please, I urge us to listen to what we are going to discuss here. And may I use the opportunity to tell the organizers, please, if it is possible, so that the message can pass across, we can switch the medium. We can have the option, with the permission of the Commissioner and the Chairman, to talk about these issues in both English and Hausa language, so that we can have a free flow of communication. So with your permission, Mr. Honorable Commissioner.
I'm privileged, even at the national committee level, to be part of content and conference design. We designed the conference from day one up till now. It's a living document. Some things are still being inputted. At this point, when we are designing the youth conference, we have thematic areas. That is for those youth who feel challenged and are competent enough to rise up to this challenge, to come during the various stages of the youth conference to present issues that has to do with youth of Sokoto State. Some of those thematic areas are as follows. We have governance. We've been hearing some people mocking the youth, saying they are not ready to take up the nation. This is the time you write and palpably note to stakeholders and actors within the governance value chain, within Sokoto at national level and international level. I will also note at this junction that this conference is not only for youth within Nigeria. We have the diaspora network, which will be done virtually before the physical federal constituency, physical youth engagement will start. After that, we are expected to pre-qualify those who have applied now. I'm sure everybody is aware that application processes are ongoing. Please, I don't want underrepresentation. I've been to Abuja on this planning since second week of fasting, physically, aside other responsibilities.
Abdullahi, the representative of the National Youth Conference and member of the National Planning Committee of Dallatun Mohammed, who is here present, Special Advisor, present here to the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Directors of the Ministry here present, Dr. Mansour, members of the high table youth leaders, NYCN Registered Youth Association, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it is of great honor and privilege to stand before you, the youth of the state, the leaders of the youth, the masses in the youth, the Sokoto State youth. Standing before you here is a privilege to me while you are listening to a bit of advice I am proposing to you. All those youth who came from various zones, various federal constituencies, various local governments, we appreciate you. We appreciate your presence. We welcome you to deliberate properly, to create a beautiful roadmap for your problem and for your empowerment, for you to be the best leaders in the state. We are lucky in Sokoto State to have a youth-friendly governor, a governor who supports the youth, a governor who encourages the youth, and that is why we had his support to organize this event, which is going to be memorable, which is the only event organized in the entire Nigeria as confirmed by the National Planning Committee. There will be a National Youth Conference coming up very soon. a lot of input, energy, and resources have already been put to make sure it's actualized. It is on that view that I came up with this idea to say, if the entire youth of the Federation, under the Honorable Commissioners of Youth, will hold a national conference to identify the problems of the youth and the solutions to empower the youth, I think it is better we in the state to organize a pre-youth summit ahead of the National Youth Summit, so that on our own, in our own terms, in our own pace, we can come up with all these problems. And that is why you are here today. I sincerely appreciate the efforts of the chairman of National NYCN, Isah Abdullahi, who has done a great work to ensure that this has come to be a reality. Now, let me switch to Hausa. Kunga, idan aka ce za a yi empowering matashi, idan aka ce za a ƙarfafa wa matashi domin ya yi dogaro da kanshi, ya fito da tsarin ingantar da rayuwar shi, ashe bai kamata ba a ce wani ne zai yi zaune ya ce ma matashi kaiwa ne abu kaza zan baka domin ka inganta da rayuwarka, ba tare da ka ji ra'ayin wannan matashi ba. Abin misali a nan shine, if you want to empower the youth, yanzu matashin Isah sabon birni gada, abin da yake da bukata domin ya inganta da rayuwar shi, ba shi matashin Sokoto North ke bukata ba. Matashin Isah gada sabon birni, shi da noma yake so, abin da yake bukata a samo mishi gona, a ba shi ingantaccen iri, a ba shi kayan aiki, ya yi noman shi, ya inganta da rayuwar shi. Matashin Sokoto North kuma, kila shi computer training yake so domin ya digital marketing, shi kuma nan ne ɓangaren ƙarfafa mishi. To, tara ku da muka yi a nan, ma'anan shi ne, muna da matasa daga kowane local government. Mun kakkasa ku a kan federal constituency level, a level federal constituency. Idan kuka duba, kowane federal constituency akwai kasuwancin da shi ne ya fi dominating a yankin. Sokoto North and South, sai ka tara matasan Sokoto North da matasan Sokoto South abin da suke da bukata ɗaya ne. To a kan haka muka kakkasa ku based on federal constituency. Muna da bukata ku zauna ku yi deliberate, ku ce ga matsalolinku, kuma ga yadda kuke son a taimaka muku domin ku ƙarfafa da rayuwa. Idan kuka zauna kuka fito da wannan tsarin, za mu yi creating blueprint master document wanda shi ne matsalar dukkan matasan jihar Sokoto, kuma ga shawarwari yadda za su yi a inganta da rayuwarsu. Sannan wannan blueprint da wannan ku ne za ku fito da shi, za mu bashe shi, sanatar ku yana iya yin amfani da shi, ya ce bari ya duba shahin bangaren da yake wakilta, me matasan wannan yake suke da bukata da shi. So kuka ku matasan wannan yankin ku ne kuka fita abin da kuke da bukata, ba wani ne ya zauna yake ga abin da kuke da bukata da shi ba. Idan ya duba wannan kundin sai ya taimaka muku domin abin ya yi amfani a gare ku. Nan ba da House of Representatives yana yi amfani da wannan dokumen. Dan majalisa na jiha yana yi amfani da wannan dokumen. Gwamnatin jiha tana yin amfani da wannan dokumen. An federal. Idan aka ce ana so a taimaka wa matasan Ilela, da an duba wannan dokumen, an san yankin Ilela matasan nan ga abin da su ka ce suna da bukata kowa ya ba da shawara a fito da wannan document sannan muryoyin ku muke so shi yasa muka kira a cikin team na wannan government the voices of the youth of Sokoto. Muryoyin ku ne za mu yi articulated mu rubuta shi as a document ga abin da kuka ce duk shugaban da ya ɗauki wannan document yana so ya taimaka muku duba ɓangaren gefen kawai zai iya nemo muku abin da kuke da bukata domin abin ya zama ya yi impact a rayuwarku ma'anar kenan general information kamar yadda shi babba da national planning committee kuma ya yi jawabi ya ce akwai links na register muna da bukata da mutanen jihar Sokoto youth na jihar Sokoto ku yi register online ku cika domin mu samu high registration number akwai advantage akan wannan ya kasance Sokoto ta samu matasa mafi rinjaye da suka wannan registration. Register ba ta ɗaukar minti uku suna ne address ne number wayarka da wani abu da kike so ka faɗa a that is all a yi saving a tura su Abuja National Planning Committee suna nan suna kula da wannan information saboda haka wannan registration ina tabbatar muku yana da amfani kamar yadda wannan zaman da muke to Allah ku yi promoting wannan in various platforms a yi startup domin matasan mu a ko'ina su gani su yi online registration that is about it. Daga ƙarshe ina so in ce mu gode Allah ya ba mu gwamna mai son ya taimaka wa matasa Allah ya ba mu shugaba gwamna matashi shi kai shi kuma ya yi zama kwamishinan matasa ya san matsalolin duka da yake samu wannan sauyin da muka samu ke a lokacin da nake tafi da girman gwamna da wannan shawara wallahi kai tsaye ya bani approval ba tare da kyanta ba na ma yi mamaki irin speed of approval da na samu saboda ya tabbatar da wannan abin zai kawo impact da rikon matasa shi yasa ya zama wajibi in sanar da mutum support inda da girma gwamna ya bamu a kan wani sannan wannan ɗan ƙaramin group da aka gani ba ƙaramin group ba ne a duk inda tebur yake suna wakiltar massive number of people da yake su kwana biyu da za ku kuna technical session kuna discussion a yi a fito da program a fito da tsari menene matsaloli menene muke so a taimaka muku yake bayan an kare su members na organizing committee NYCN za su zauna daga baya su yi collation duk da information ɗin da kuka tattara a haɗa you treat it as a booklet kuma we can share it with all of you information ne wanda we can tell it available to anybody ko kun ya kamata ku san ga abin da kuka ga yadda za a yi Allah ya saka muku da alheri we really appreciate it do it for the interest of Sokoto youth. Daga ƙarshe I declare this pre-youth conference